Hi, my name is Steve Snapp, and thank you for watching this episode of Salesforce for Building Materials. In this episode, we're going to take a deep dive into the third row of our dashboard. We've got a couple other videos where we do an overview of the dashboard, and then we've got a video for each row. And the purpose isn't really to show a lot of dashboard stuff. It's really to get into the details of what we're calculating in Salesforce for Building Materials. And like we always say, we want to talk about what problem we're trying to solve. Before we get started, I want to mention that we have two links in the video description you should know about. I'll mention these again at the end of the video if you'd like to keep watching, but I wanted you to know that we've included a link to our pricing video where we share the pricing for Salesforce Construction, and we've also included a link to our guided free trial. The guided free trial will allow you to start using Salesforce Construction immediately in your business while providing a step-by-step learning path. So let me start by saying the problem we're trying to solve in Salesforce for Building Materials is how do we give you a really good understanding of your project and your project pipeline. So I always like to do a quick little overview of the project record just so you kind of see what's there. So the project screen is just a quick glimpse of all the details associated with a project and all of the things related to that project. The project relationships like architects and general contractors, the quotes, any orders, any design records, all the things that are related to a project hang off of that project record. And that's the key thing that we've added to Salesforce that doesn't exist when you buy it off the shelf. So why does that matter? Well, I want to talk about what you can use in the project record to calculate various metrics. So as I said a second ago, we've got a deeper video where we go through the first row and the second row. And those videos are really good because we talk about what this concept of specification percentage and award percentage is. And I'll give you a quick glimpse of that so you know if you want to go see that video. What we're doing there is we're calculating the relationship that we have with an architect on the specifying side, or a builder or general contractor or subcontractor for that matter on the GC or on the contractor side. And what we're trying to do there is mitigate the risk associated with getting a project specified and then losing it because you don't have a favorable relationship with the GC. And so it gives you information about how to manage that process. So as we go from row 1 to row 2 and then to row 3, which is what this video is about, I wanted to give you that little glimpse because then you can understand what am I seeing in this row and what information is this particular row giving me in the dashboard. So the first thing it gives me is what we call the specification pipeline. So up until now, we haven't actually shown what deals do I have in each category of specification and where are my deal stages within those. So you can't really see it too well here, but if I put my mouse over here, you'll see that these are the generic specification categories that we have. I won't read off all of them, but we have basis of design alone, we have basis of design and competitors listed, we have spec and basis of design. So the competitor in that example is the basis of design, the competitor specified, etc. So I won't go through all of those. As I've said in the other videos, all of those categories are configurable, and that's one of the things we do in that quick start process, which you can learn about in one of the links on this page. Now, what we're showing in this chart is essentially how much revenue do I have in each category of specification and where in the sales cycle are they. So the purpose here is to help you look at your entire pipeline and see where are you solid on your pipeline and maybe where are you less solid. So you might, I don't know your business yet, but you might have a lot of projects where the competitor is listed, and you might have a strategy where you're working with the builders in those cases to flip those to you. Or you're getting a lot of your projects specified and you're working to make sure that the builders don't flip them to the other guy. The point is to help you see where those pockets of revenue are and where in the pipeline are they so that you can manage your strategy and your team appropriately. So that's a quick overview of that. And like we always say with any of these dashboards, down here at the bottom of the dashboard, you have the ability to click on that and then go into detail. One of the nice features of Salesforce is that when you drill into a report, and that's what sits underneath the dashboard, by the way, you have the option of viewing that report in what we call a summary format, or you can see all the detail. So in this example, I've got a high-level overview of kind of my pipeline and where all of my projects are. And then I can then right below that see the specific deals that make up that pipeline. And I can turn this detail section on or off if I want to see it or not. So just a nice way to kind of visualize what you're doing. My goal was to really help you see, okay, where are the deals in my pipeline, and where do I have strength and where do I have weakness, or where do I have risk, depending on how you frame that or how you think about it. The next chart that we have here is what we call projects by bid month. And that's really just a way of kind of seeing where your deal flow is and how many deals are coming in and when. And again, we stack on top of that the sales cycle or the stage. So it gives you a sense of where in the sales cycle am I in those various bid months. Now this one may not be as useful because you're going to find that things that are recent are going to be in the higher stages of your funnel, and things that came in a while back are going to probably be in the lower stages of your funnel. So that's pretty standard. What would be interesting is if you saw, for example, where the bid month was just a few weeks ago or a few months ago, and you already have something later in the pipe, that might mean that you missed it or you got into that deal late, or you might have deals that are still sitting high in the funnel that came in a year ago, and those might be things you consider taking out, or you might be having some stalled projects or whatever. So again, just kind of gives you an overview, and again, you can drill into those. And then finally, projects by lead source. This is a pretty standard chart in kind of the Salesforce world, and you're dealing with pipeline, you kind of want to know where they came from. In all of these, though, you can tweak the categories. So we have referral, end user, architectural, McGraw. You might not use lead services like Dodge or whatever, so you might not track that, or you might use them. So again, the point is just to give you some flexibility and understanding where your deals are coming from. And again, how much you have in that particular category and where they are in the sales stage. So that's a quick overview of the third row, the dashboards. If you've got any questions, there's a link here on the chart, on this page that you can see. Click that link, and we look forward to getting to know you. Thank you. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. I know your time is very limited. I've included 2 possible next steps in the video description. These include a link to our pricing video where we share the pricing for Salesforce Construction, and I've also included a link to our guided free trial. The guided free trial will allow you to start using Salesforce Construction immediately in your business while providing a step-by-step learning path. The guided free trial also introduces what we call the Guaranteed Quick Start, which is several pre-scheduled calls with our team to help make any light configuration changes like pick lists or reports, and also help you migrate any data that you want in your free trial. If you're not ready for those 2 choices, please spend some time here on our YouTube channel learning more about the specific problems we've solved for Salesforce Construction. Thank you again for some of your time, and we'll see you soon.